Good morning, ladies. How are you? Just wanted to show you, first of all, I apologize for my voice. I am fighting a cold, so if you could please ignore my voice and just follow along with me here. I am doing a 3D Plus Fiberlash Mascara demo. For those that aren't familiar, just like the original formula, this is two products. And what I love about the new enhanced formula is that it has these windows, and this helps so you know when to reorder so that there's no guessing when you're out of product because you can see it moving around in there. For people that are new, this is the gel, and it's the first step, and then you put the dry fibers on. And while, I should say the gel, while it's wet, you put the fibers on and then you seal it with the gel. So let's get started. I'm just going to show you, I have nothing on, and I'll just show you the difference between my eyes with just one coat. So some of you are wondering the differences between the original and this plus formula. The first difference you'll notice is in the cone shape. This wand allows you to get into the little hairs, I feel like, right over here in the corner of your eyes. And I also feel like it separates your lashes better, which I appreciate because that's one step that you don't have to really do anymore. If you had lashes before, that may have needed the separating. So this wand is pretty much a two-in-one. You don't really need a lash comb anymore if you used one before. So as you see, I'm just using light feather strokes. The other difference I notice in the new formula is that you don't need as much. A little bit goes a lot further than with the original. So where I used to wear two coats standard with the original formula, with this one I just can get away with one. These are your fibers, and I'm going to quickly just show you this rolling technique. What this does is twofold. It helps them if they're a little bit bushy in the beginning, especially when you first get your formula. If they're especially fuzzy, you can tame them by rolling them. It also elongates them for the application. I feel like it just goes on, it just helps them go on smoother. So that's the fibers going right on top of the wet gel. You want to make sure that gel is wet so that the fibers have something to stick to as they are dry. So you can already see a difference in my two eyes. The third step is that you want to definitely make sure you seal those fibers in with, I just want to make sure, you want to make sure you seal those fibers in with that third step, and that's the second coat of gel. Without sealing them in, you will get a little sprinkling of fibers on your cheek, and that's not really the look we're going for today. So you want to make sure that you're sealing the deal. Seal the deal, ladies. You'll be much happier. Let's see how we're doing here. I'm doing this in my phone if you hadn't picked up on that. How we doing? You can see quite a bit of difference between my lashes. Short, stubby, and quite a bit longer. Another technique I can show you is a tipping technique. That's where it's almost like a coat and a half, where I just go over the tips of my lashes just to add maybe some length, a little more length. What you don't want to do is go any closer than mid-lash because you don't want those fibers, which are dry, I'll show you that again, to get too close to your eyeball. Nobody needs that. So I'm just putting a light, again, everything's light. Nothing is a heavy stroke. Everything's light and light. Get it? Light and light. Okay. And then I would again just finish it. This is again optional if you just wanted to add a little bit of length. Something else that I've learned from other presenters that I never knew before is you can come from behind your lash, and that just adds an extra backing, you could say. And then you always want to finish going over the front. That will just keep them nice and upright, curling them back naturally. And there you have it, folks. kind of like a 1.5 coat. So there we go. If I was going out, if I wasn't going to my classroom, I could do a second coat, a second full coat, and spend a little more time on it. Since I'm going to hang out with a bunch of second graders today, I don't need to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up my other eye, but you can just see that this mascara goes on very quickly. It's a lot faster when you're not doing it in your phone as well, but it's smudge proof. It'll last all day. I won't have any of the raccoon eyes, even if I cry or if I sweat. It is all naturally based. The fibers are now made of plant cellulose. So instead of before they were a different formula of green tea fibers, this is still a plant-based cellulose, but it's rayon. So as you see, we're real happy. I could also put one coat on the bottom, and I usually do that just of the gel. I don't need the fibers on the bottom. I'm not going for that look, but many women do put the fibers on the bottom as well. So I'm just going to finish up here. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. In the next video, I'll show you how they are water resistant. I will be actually showing you and demonstrating, because you got to see it to believe it. Have a great day. Talk to you soon.